Cheers and welcome my friends, I'm Horath and welcome to my short tutorial on the factions, the new faction system in Stellaris 1.5 Banks patch, because that has been reworked for the release of the Utopia DLC. It's a free feature, free rework, and I'm pretty happy. Internal politics used to be kind of dreary. All you could decide was if you wanted to suppress a faction or if you wanted to try and help integrate them. That is no longer a case. Instead, we have a couple of interlocking systems that are actually quite fun. Now what we have is a change to the ethics. Every person, every pop in your empire does have a certain ethics, and only one. There are no longer fanatic pacifist pops. They have one ethic, and they're going to change it depending on the attraction. So this guy is currently a pacifist. He also has some attraction towards spiritualist and egalitarian, and he's also a member of the Prosperity League faction. And that affects his base happiness. So because this Prosperity League is 64% happy, this guy has a 64% base happiness. No longer a 50% flat happiness. I guess there are pops that do not belong to any faction, although it doesn't look like it really. Right, yeah, so these pacifists, they are mainly in the Prosperity League faction. Let's have a look at the factions. We currently have 3 factions. Over here we've got the Individual Choice Committee, we've got the Prosperity League, and we've got the Alliance of Faith and Values. So, egalitarians, the pacifists, and we've got the spiritualists. And you can see up here, these are the attraction values for our for certain ethics, right? So, spiritualists, 31% attraction. Currently, 20% of our pops currently embrace this ethics. If over the long run we can expect to have about 31% of our pops actually follow this, if I have this for a long time, this current attraction. And that could change how my empire works. Now, you can see that the Individual Choice Committee is pretty happy, 65% happiness, because I am actually fulfilling all their demands. They have certain issues over here, and I fulfilled all of them. Even this one is just not super happy that I banned slavery. They just would be really mad if I allowed it. Well, yeah, so these guys are anti-autocratic, so they're all about individual choice. They want pops to move freely, they want pops to reproduce however they want, and they do not like genetically engineered leaders. So if you fulfill all that, these guys are going to be pretty happy, and they're going to give you an influence boost. We're currently gaining 1.7. We're gaining more from the Prosperity League, even though they are a little bit less happy, because they are way bigger. They're actually way bigger. These guys got 80, these guys got not even 50. So, depending on their size and their happiness, you're going to gain more or less influence from them. And we're also gaining a little bit of a boost because we're egalitarian. Right, and then I got the spiritualists over here, which I got, I think, from the traditions. Traditions are one of the ways that you can influence this this whole faction thing and the ethics that are in your empire. I adopted the harmony traditions, and I think that led to the surge of spiritualists. We also have some psionic tech that we got, so that is also part of it. If you mouse over it, you see what actually did this. Yeah, active political factions, psionic technologies. Right, what can I do with these guys? Well, the old suppressing thing is still there. Currently we are promoting these guys. So you can either suppress them for 1 influence, they're gonna be mad, but the attraction will go down by 50%, or you can promote them, which buffs the attraction by 50%, costs you also 1 influence. And if they have enough of your population under them, so currently we have 20% of them, which is just what we need, then you can embrace them, and you get the spiritualist ethics added to your official governing ethics, which is pretty nice. If you want to go that way. I've been promoting them for a while because I actually wanted to change my empire, and so we're gonna embrace these guys, and now they're super happy. They're gonna be happy for 10 years because I embraced their faction. That also changed their demands. We're now a pious polity. Prior to that we were a secular state, which they did not like. We're now gaining some influence, so that's all fine and dandy. That has also caused us to change our government name and I think we're still sort of fine in terms of the picks that we took. Sometimes if you change your ethics, then you will no longer be able to have certain civics. So that is something to keep in mind. And the other thing to keep in mind, apart from taking traditions to maybe influence your population, like if you have been starting out as a pacifist but want to become more militarist, if you want to go into wars and all that, then picking the supremacy tradition, for example, is a pretty good idea. And also fighting wars, that also increases that. Basically, how you play does inform the ethics of your population. So if you are exterminating all those pesky alien pops, then you might have some xenophobes on your hands. One important thing, those factions are all being led by a certain person. So currently my three of my scientists are actually leading those factions. I'm guessing he's the guy that actually went for those psionic tags. If one of these guys were elected, let's say I hadn't embraced the spiritualists and the spiritualist leader got elected, then his faction would actually gain a lot of power boost. And the ethics that the leader is following would also gain a lot of attraction. So having someone elected is also a way to change your ethics, for good or worse, if you want it or if you don't want it. So watch out who gets elected if you have any influence over the elections. Right, and that's been about it for the factions. I think you know just about as much as I do now. If you have any questions, then please leave them in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful, if you wanted to show up in search results so that other people can profit from this video. Let me know in the comments what kind of ethics you like. I've been going for the pacifists. It's a very different playstyle from what I used to play. I went more for conquering empires with my last two big playthroughs. It's been a very different experience. I'm not sure I like it, although I like the ability to build tall now, so that's kind of nice. More different experiences. What are yours? And if you want to see more of my stuff, please consider subscribing. I hope I see you in one of my Let's Plays or one of my other tutorial videos. Thanks, and bye-bye.